I need to buy a scope for my rifle. Okay, you want a rifle scope? What kind of budget are we looking at? It needs to be as budget as possible. You know that my budget is only so big. I think I might have the perfect scope for you. Let's have a look at this one. This is what I would recommend. Awesome. I look forward to your recommendation. Let's have a look. Hey everyone, so today is a new kind of video that I'm going to be doing on the channel. So this is going to be a quick, short review. The main things that we're going to be looking at: number one, cost; number two, what do you get for that, and what's my first impressions on the item; and then thirdly, how does it work? Does it actually do what it says it's going to do? Alright, so let's get into it. First things first, these scopes go by quite a few names. Some of it goes as an AG scope or AGS scope, some as a sniper scope. There's quite a few names, some just rifle scope. But the telling factor, all of them come in this black box that says rifle scope on the side. So that's a common factor on all of them. In terms of price, in South African rands, these are between 800 and 1,000 rand. So very much entry level budget scopes. If we convert that to dollars, we're looking at somewhere between $40 and $50 for a scope like this. That's in South Africa. It could be cheaper in other countries, but like I said, if you find this one in this black box with this rifle scope, this is the scope I'm talking about, and this is the one that we're going to do a quick review on. Okay, so what do you get? Well, this one has been opened a few times, so I'm not going to show you everything, but in a nutshell, you're going to get a scope, you're going to get two mounting rings or scope rings that you're going to get with it, and these are usually for dovetail. So if you've got Picatinny, you'll need to get some kind of a mounting adjustment, or you'll need to get other rings, scope rings for this. Okay, the scope is a 3-9 by 40, and then there you can see it on that side, 3-9 by 40 EG. That's what this one is called. It is illuminated reticle, so definitely a nice function. I'll show you a little bit later if it really works or not. It has quite an interesting reticle on here, which I actually kind of like. So we'll also go into that with a little bit more detail. And then I believe it's got 25 MOA up and well, vertical and windage adjustments. My first impressions, it's actually quite a nicely made scope. These scope rings are definitely not bad at all. I actually used these quite a bit on my previous rifle, so that's quite nice. It has got the caps on. Everything is steel, so there's nothing that's plastic. I'm not mad about these adjustment portions, but it is quite positive. You hear the clicks, so that's not an issue. You can hear when you're clicking, so to make the adjustments not that difficult. It adjusts fairly easily, so that's quite nice. Then also, if we go a bit further back, as we go a little bit back, we've got our magnification from 3 up until 9. There, you'll see it there, and this adjusts actually quite smoothly. I actually kind of like this. It some of the scopes, even the higher priced scopes, are a little bit difficult to adjust. I prefer this one that's a little bit easier, and it is threaded here, so you can 3D print a throw lever if you really want to. That would just make it nicer to use if you want, but as is, it really adjusts very nicely. It does also have eye or ocular adjustment here at the back, and this is basically just to get your eye relief correct, and you can adjust it depending on where your face sits on the rifle versus where the scope is mounted. And then, like I said, it's got the illuminated reticle at the top here, which is red and green, and it's got 5 settings. And that's it. So let's see, does the scope work? Does it do what it's supposed to do? And should you go and buy one? Let's get into it. Hey everyone, so just want to show you now. So this is kind of what the reticle looks like, and as you can see, this glass is actually quite nice and clear. Quite impressed by it, and I'll put the name of the reticle up here on the side for you to see. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here, a little bit too much. Alright, so there you can see there's as we know in South Africa, a Hadida, and they really make a nice racket. And don't worry, this rifle is not connected to the scope is not connected to a rifle at the moment. So this is about 15 meters away, and you can see it is pretty clear. If I look at that tree, pretty clear. And this is a second focal plane, so you'll definitely you won't be able to miss the crosshairs. So yeah, pretty nice and clear. I'm going to zoom in now and let's see if that what that looks like. So this is on about 5 times magnification. That's about 6. And that's on 9, and there you can see the picture's a little blurry, and that's because we are too close. The problem with these kind of with the budget scopes is that the moment you try to zoom in too far, the parallax is set at 100 meters. Alright, so if you look at that dish over there, this is on 3 magnification. You can see it's still pretty clear, and I'm going to zoom in here now, and there it still looks pretty good, and that's on about 5 or 6 magnification. But you can see as I go further, so that's on 9 magnification. There you can see it's no longer clear, and that's due to that parallax error, because this was set at 100 meters. You have to be very close to 100 meters for it to be clear on 9 magnification. So I would say best with this is to shoot somewhere between 3 and 6 mag, then you'll still get pretty clear pictures. And yeah, so that's it guys. I think this is kind of what I wanted to cover with this scope. Definitely nice. Got a nice little reticle, and for shooting in the backyard or for shooting up to 25 meters, even 30 meters, this is absolutely perfect. Got a nice cheap price, and it probably won't last on a Springer, but definitely on a PCP or a CO2 rifle this will do absolutely perfect. And yeah, so that's it. Till next time guys, see you around. Happy shooting. Let me know what you think about these budget reviews. See you around. Cheers.